Okay, we are going to get to planning, trying to see the best place to put this, that's probably better. For all of this upcoming trip that I have, we are first going to a destination wedding for my sister in Italy. And then we are doing a little bit of Italy, then Switzerland for about a week, and then a river cruise for about a week and a half, ending in Amsterdam for a day or so, and then Barcelona for about a week, possibly more, depending. Not quite sure yet. So, and I'm trying to fit this all in one carry-on suitcase. Myself, my family, we are not the lightest packers, to say the least. And so I know it's going to be hard. And there's like certain things I have to bring, like, of course, a nice dress, a pair of heels for the wedding, probably some sort of light coat or sweater for the cruise. And Amsterdam is going to be a little bit cooler. Italy is going to be quite humid, if I remember from summer. Barcelona could be humid, depending on if it rains or not, but definitely both places are going to be hot. Switzerland could be warm or cool. We went a couple years ago in September. We got lucky and it was actually like way warmer than a lot of the stuff I had brought, more pants and stuff. So kind of bringing not too much of a mix, but things I can easily layer if I need to. And I kind of know too, like it's so easy to buy stuff there. So I just have this is just a notebook I have from Alehop. If you live in Spain, you know what that is, the cow. They have cute little notebooks, they're only like €4. So I thought I would just add it to this. I found it when I was going through some of my books, bought it at the beginning of the year, 2026. It's hard to see in the yellow. But I just kind of want to go through every category and try and be strategic and also know that I can, you know, of course, wash stuff. I don't know why when we like go on vacation and stuff, like we think that like we're like fashion influencers. I definitely am not. I don't consider myself fashionable at all. Probably the opposite. I kind of like what I like, even if it's not in style. And I don't post that much about my clothes or really myself unless I'm like taking pictures with friends and stuff. So I don't know who would care. But let's get to packing, and then I'm sure this will like change along the way. And then also when I actually get to packing the suitcase, because for me too, with the big suitcase, the biggest problem is always the weight of the stuff and not the how much fits, because I think suitcases are so big now and lighter that it's really easy to fit so much more than what you can actually have. I'm staying at 50 pounds or about 22 kilos, I think is the European translation. So let's see. So first I will just do the name of it. I couldn't get this really going too good on my laptop, so I'm just using it on my phone. So it's probably harder to see myself. No, I can't see anyone else, sorry. I don't do too many lives, so I'm still kind of like learning everything, but trying to just talk more and have better vocabulary. I feel like in law school and mock trial, we're really taught that, but it's so different speaking on camera than just speaking to like other friends or students. So you can't really, it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing, but I'll lift it up, but I don't know. And I kind of like handwriting things too. I don't know if anyone else feels that when they handwrite, they feel like they remember or know it better. I know in law school, like when I was studying for tests or different things, I would always like to handwrite it. I think especially now we're just so fast with typing, we don't really think about it. So I feel like when I handwrite, I remember things better. And that's also what I liked doing when I was taking Spanish classes in person for 6 months. I actually like used a journal and not my computer. I thought that was better. And then now I've been doing like Duolingo, and I went to the library and got like an Italian book to try and learn just some basic Italian because I've never studied it before to learn a few words. So I kind of like handwriting and stuff. So let's see how this actually goes. And no, I don't have the best handwriting or cool materials or anything. It's just a regular pen and thing. So let's see how this goes. So first for clothes, I'm still waiting on my package. I had ordered some wedding guest dresses and they're taking a lot longer to ship than I thought. It is a small business, which I understand, and it's across the country, which is another thing. But but it's still in shipping. So we have 2 weeks left. So hopefully those come and I can wear one of those, or else I might just have to get something quick on Amazon. I don't know. But definitely the first thing for clothing is definitely the dress for the wedding. And then I do have 2 pink dresses I am deciding from, but I do need a dress for the rehearsal dinner the night before. So those are kind of like the fancier, definitely going to be heavier in the suitcase because they're bigger and nicer materials. So we have that. And then I think just for regular, because I try, when I'm trying to pack lighter, do like a week's worth of clothes. And then every place now, you know, does have like laundromats and stuff you can go to. But I feel like a week is a good amount of stuff that you don't need to like overpack for. So I'll do 5 kind of like day night dresses, I'll call it. I'm someone who I like dresses for travel and kind of just in general, because then I feel like I have to think about what I'm wearing less. Like, oh, does this top match this bottom or whatever? It's just one piece, one and done, which I kind of like. For me, it just kind of makes it easier because I'm not like super fashiony or anything. So I wear dresses a lot, like when I'm doing nicer things. Like, of course, now I'm just in a shirt, I'm like doing laundry. But I think those are just kind of easier. And then I feel like too, a lot of dresses, you can like dress up and down. I mean, of course, depending on like what dress it is, but you can kind of make them more casual with like sandals or just like a light bag, but you can kind of make them nicer with your hair and makeup doing certain ways too. So I'll do that. And then I probably will bring a couple just separates just in case. So I think I will do, maybe just like 2 tops with pants, just in case it is cooler. I think I should bring 2 pairs of pants, even just my lighter summer ones, just in case to have. Do that. And then I'll also bring 2 of my loose pants so I can wear them in warmer and cooler climates. I do have some linen pants I used to wear in Barcelona, and I have one here more often. So I will just bring those. And then because they are covered, they can be a little warmer if you need them to. So I will do that. And then I think I'll do like 3 sleep top and bottoms. So for me, I'll probably just do like shirts and just regular shorts. So if I do want something like just to like go for a walk or exercise or something, kind of something like that in, I think that will be good. So then I can use it for sleep and exercise if I need to, so that I'm not bringing like separate pajamas, I think will be good. Next, I think I'll do like 1 light blazer. I have not too many light blazers anymore. I'm still waiting for my Chicago stuff to come so I can go through everything. It's supposed to arrive in the next couple of days. They called me that it's on its way there. I had packed up the pod like a week ago. That is also taking longer than I thought. I think that's kind of how life is. Things always take a lot longer than you think. But I do have quite a few blazers from work stuff. So I think I'll bring 1 light blazer because it's kind of like a sweater, but can look a little nicer too. We are going on a river cruise. And so I think some of the like dinner nights, you are supposed to dress a little bit nicer. Like, I don't think I could wear a t-shirt like this. So we'll see how that goes. So I think for clothes, that should be pretty good, at least for the basics. So I just did that for now. And then I can always add more like on the other side when I need more. Shoes, I think will be pretty easy for me. I don't plan on working out or anything, so I'm not gonna bring like my regular workout tennis shoes, but I do like wearing like Adidas and stuff, kind of like, you know, nicer athletic shoes, I guess you would call them. So I do want to bring, well, definitely for the wedding and the nicer stuff and for the nice dinner, I'm gonna do 1 pair of heels because I just like those for nicer events, and definitely for wedding stuff, I think that is better to wear. So I will be doing that. And then I'll probably do one pair of nice sandals. And then probably just one casual pair too. Because sometimes too, especially when you're walking a lot, your feet can get sore, even in comfortable shoes. And so it's good. It's hard to be just on one pair of shoes, you know, unless you're just used to just one pair of shoes. But even when I am living in Europe, I like to have at least one variety. So if one does give you a blister, you can switch to another pair just in case. And especially a trip like this and traveling and wedding and all this, I know we're going to be walking a lot destinations, and just being in Barcelona too in general, we walk a lot. So I know just like one pair of each, and then one pair casual sandals. I think that will be good. And then yes, one pair of my closed-toed shoes. I think that should be all I need. And again, too, being in Europe, I mean, depending on if you're in, you know, popular place or not popular place, it's easy to buy something if you really need it. If your shoe breaks or your feet are really bad, there's always stores around to grab something that you need, whether it's a pair of clothing, you know, charger, makeup, you know, all that kind of stuff. I always say whenever I'm like packing or going to the airport and something important that you need, it's always just remembering the stuff you can't replace. So like your cell phone, your wallet, your passport, keys, I guess, you know, if you need keys for your apartment or something, everything else is replaceable. Clothes, shoes, anything like that. So it's really easy to buy. We're not going to the middle of nowhere. So I think that can make packing a little bit easier too. Then I think next I will do kind of like accessories. I haven't decided what purse I want to use. I am getting one fixed that I thought I was gonna bring, one of my nicer ones, but it's very durable, but it broke. And so I took it to the store and they're actually gonna fix it, but they said it takes 8 to 10 weeks. So definitely won't be back in time. It's only been a couple of weeks since I dropped it off. And I do like my purses and stuff, but I think I'll try and be good and just bring two. So I think I want to do like one nicer purse, and these will maybe either be crossbody or I like the ones that you can do both. So I did have to get new chains because mine are worn out. But what's really cool on Amazon you can buy, and I'm sure other places, is you can buy chain sets. So if you have a purse that has clasps on the side, you can get the different sizes. So I have a lot that are, you know, kind of like a shoulder bag size, but you can change out the straps. So it's nice. So I can put on like the smaller chain if I want to just wear it over my shoulder like a shoulder bag, or they have longer straps where you can wear them for, like, you know, if you want to have something that you don't have your hands on, or safe and secure in front, especially in Europe with pickpocketing. So bringing a bag like that. So I think even my nicer and my casual, I will make sure I bring one where I can change out the straps because that is really important. And for the day bag too, I normally like, especially when traveling like this, is to have a little bit of a bigger bag, because I am carrying a little bit more, especially when you're out all day. Like I'm gonna have my phone, charger, I don't know, like hand sanitizer, wipes, phone, sunglasses, headphones, like a little bit more than I would carry on just like a regular day in my city walking around. So I do like having a little bit bigger one if I can for that purpose, but I'm not sure exactly which one that will be yet. We will see. But we got that. And then next I will do, let's see, what else was I thinking? Oh, for accessories, definitely so for sunglasses, I think I will do 2 to 3 sunglasses, depending on how I feel. I will probably end up going with 3. I do have this kind of bigger case I had gotten for these other suitcases once. So I think I will do that, but I'm not, I think 3 pairs will fit in there. I do have one that I already got and I set out. I started already making a pile of just as I'm going through some of my stuff, like travel size things, so that I can kind of see what I have, you know, my adapters, all that kind of stuff. And then, oh, I do have a selfie stick and light I want to bring just for the wedding, and you know, if I do anything on the boat or anything, I like to have those extra things. And then next I will do, I think we'll go with beauty, because that is definitely going to be a big category for me as well, because I do plan on buying and bringing back a lot of my stuff that I used to have. So I'm like trying to be strategic about travel size things or smaller things that are almost used up that I can bring back, or, you know, use up, throw away, and then buy my stuff that I like there, because it's so much cheaper in Europe than here. If you watched any of my other beauty videos, you can see that. So that is something I'm definitely interested in. So let's see here. I think for that, definitely a texturizing spray. That is one thing. If you like to style your hair or anything, and you live in, if you're living in the US or Europe, if it's something you use in the US, that is one thing you have to buy. It does not exist in Europe. I looked for it. I didn't look for it like super hard, like scour the ends of the earth, spending hours and hours and hours. But in the main beauty stores there, I would go and check like Journey and Primor we have in Spain. Also in like Sephora there, they didn't sell texturizing spray. I'm not sure why, if it's like the way it's made and there's something that you can't have, or one of the like banned chemicals, because they have tons of aerosol. First I was like, maybe aerosol, but actually they have like a ton of aerosol, like here, like the aerosol deodorants, you know, aerosol. They have tons of hairspray, but if you do your hair, style it a lot, hairspray is very different from texturizing spray. I used to use hairspray when I was younger, and then once texturizing spray became a thing, or I just found out about it, I started pretty much using that only. I very rarely use hairspray now, unless I just have an older bottle I'm trying to use up or something. But definitely texturizing spray. And doing my hair and stuff, I am gonna do like a trial thing today, an updo that I want to see if I can kind of get good enough. So then like a trial run for there, because especially for the wedding stuff, I know we'll be taking a lot of photos. So I want to make sure it looks nice. So just kind of preparing everything. Definitely a face setting spray. I don't use foundation, but I do use bronzer and highlight and concealer where I need it. And I know especially 2 of the places are gonna be very hot, so I want to make sure stuff doesn't come out with all of the sweat. So that is definitely a important thing when it comes to beauty. And the beauty stuff too is so heavy, so I feel like even thinking about some of the stuff you need to bring is important, because yeah, the weight really adds up. And then the aerosols, because a lot of times I'll bring my like beauty makeup case, put it in my backpack so that the weight is in there and not in the check bag. However, you know, you can't bring aerosols in carry-on, so all that does have to go into the check bag. So that does add weight, especially if it is a bigger container or something. So that is definitely something to do. Oh, I want to bring one bronzer body oil. Just it kind of looks nice in pictures and when you're out and about. Then you get body oil, you get moisturizing. It gives me a little bit of color because I'm very light skinned. Even when I spend a ton of time in the sun, I never get super dark. That's just the way my freckles are and my type of skin. So we got that. Also, oh, I do want to bring one volumizing root mousse. Volumizing. I feel like it does help me get a little bit more thickness on the top of my head. I do have decent hair, not like what you see on Instagram, because everyone has fake extensions and stuff now. And I do have finer hair, but you know, get a little bit of oomph there for everything, then I definitely, yeah, just one face wash should be good. And then one retinol and one vitamin C. I don't know why, like when we get to packing, it's such a thing that we think we're gonna like use so much of this stuff or so much of this product that we like never use. But when you actually think about how long it takes to go through something, you really don't use it. Like I can bring one red lipstick. Like I'm not gonna go through 2 red lipsticks, you know, in 1 month long trip. Even if I wore it every day, I don't think I would go through a full-size lipstick. So just stuff like that. But like you think, oh, what if I use it or this or that? Even like the previous short I had made about the face moisturizer, I was like, oh, is this smaller bottle gonna be enough? Like that doesn't seem like it will. But when I actually like filled it up and saw how much of the like big container it was, I was like, oh, this is actually quite a bit. I think it'll be good. And as I keep saying, it is something that I can easily buy if I do run out. So that is something that won't be like too bad. And then I do want to bring 1 pack of makeup remover wipes. I know people are like controversial on those wipes and you know, they're not the best for the environment and it is wasteful because it is one time. But sometimes when you're traveling, they're not liquid, you know, they're easy to like squish down, you know, in the bag. You don't have to worry about something breaking or liquid, and they're just easy. So I don't use them too much when I'm home. I do have like cleansing oils and things I use, but I feel like when I travel and stuff like that, it's just easy. And I think there's like 20 or something in the pack. So I know, because I don't do my makeup really every day, but that I will bring a small probably makeup remover thing too, because for a month, if I use one a day, it won't be enough. Because I think the pack I brought some home from Mercadona, my favorite ones. So I think it's like 24 or something. But it's easy. And then when I go to Barcelona, I can buy another pack. So that should work out good. Oh, of course, 1 dry shampoo. I don't wash my hair every day. Most people say it's not good to wash your hair every day. So I know some people who do have really super fine hair, or it just gets so greasy every day. I'm glad I don't have to. Like that would be a lot of work and the time it takes, especially for my hair to dry and everything. So dry shampoo, definitely good. Definitely 1 body lotion. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, 1 face sunscreen. And then 1 body sunscreen. Definitely use a lot more on the body, so I probably will bring a bigger container of that, but I know I'll go through it because even when it's cloudy, you use it, and we're gonna be outside every single day. So I know that is something I will go through for. So definitely super important to bring 1 package or like slip of the face pimple patches. Those are good for travel too. And I will be wearing makeup probably most days. 1 package. So probably have some more breakouts and stuff. Let's see what else. Now I think I'll do like an other category with just kind of other random things I need to pack. I really like having those Lysol or just any type of disinfecting wipe packages. I like wiping my phone every day, or if you just need to clean something, and especially like being on a cruise or in the hotel, or just kind of having on the go, it's nice to have. So let's see, bacterial wipes. What else? Definitely my portable charger, of course. The camera charger. What else? Oh, my sticky back thing for the phone. the 2 adapters because Switzerland actually does have different adapters than Europe. And I still have mine from the Switzerland trip. And I actually found randomly when some of the stuff I brought back from Chicago had the other adapter because I had left mine in Barcelona for my friends to use because I obviously don't need it here. So I will bring, let's see, both the 2 adapters just to have. What else? Trying to think. Of course, my camera and its accessories. I do have like the biking clip and stuff I can, clip onto my backpack or my purse to kind of have like while walking around. Trying to think. I think that's pretty good for now. So it's full 2 pages. Let's see. I know I'll add more and think of stuff. Obviously, when you do stuff for the first time, you kind of have the main things, and then as you're going along, you're like, oh, I could use this, or I could use this. So there's always kind of other things. Oh, I know for beauty, hair oil. That is another thing I can add. Yeah, definitely need a hair oil also. I think that's pretty good for now. Like, I'm sure there'll be other stuff, just kind of like random things, but at least the main bulk I had got. The clothes are definitely where I know I could head for the overpacking, because that always happens to me. Well, like, what if we do this or this? And I know at least like the wedding guest dress, and probably, because I'm looking at my 2 pink ones I have now, for the rehearsal dinner, I probably won't be re-wearing, which is kind of a bummer that I'm gonna have to lug those around the entire time and not use them. I guess I probably could use the rehearsal because it is short and they're both long sleeved. I could use the rehearsal dress for like if we have a fancy dinner on the river cruise or something. So that possibly could get used again. Same with the heels too, maybe on the river cruise, because those boats aren't as big, so it won't be as much walking, and just to kind of get use out of something I did bring, as long as my feet don't hurt from the heels, because I have not been wearing heels like at all recently. And so I was actually thinking, hopefully if my Chicago stuff comes the last week, maybe just like around the house or something, wearing some heels so my feet kind of adjust to it again, because they were adjusted in Chicago because I used to wear them to a lot of legal events, but now that's been a while, so I have not been wearing them, so I don't know how my feet are going to hold up. And at least I know, like, for the wedding and stuff, we're doing it like at a villa, so our place is there, so like I could easily like bring a pair of shoes and switch into them, or go back to the room and get stuff and switch into it. So we'll see how that goes, but that is another consideration there. Shoes, I should be pretty good. And yeah, I like stuff better there. I'm sure I could buy something in Barcelona if I needed it. Stuff is pretty cheap there. Switzerland will be more expensive. Even Italy, I think will be on the little more expensive side too, just because we're going to like the fancier area than like, not that Rome or like Florence isn't fancy, but like, Lake Garda, where we're going, it's kind of like Lake Como. So stuff is just kind of more expensive. Same with Switzerland. It's just kind of known to be more expensive. The river cruise won't be too bad. At least the stops in like Germany and France and Amsterdam aren't too bad. And then Spain is just known to be cheaper too. But at least we got a good start, trying to not procrastinate too much. I mean, I am just waiting for my stuff to come so I can unpack, and just kind of preparing everything I can for the trip. Of course, I'm going to do my hair again. I think I'll probably wait and do that last week, probably a couple days before, so it's nice and fresh looking, especially for the wedding, because that'll be the first thing we do. And then, yeah, kind of the other packing and different things. I have my suitcase all cleared out because I did use that to bring back some stuff from Chicago. And then hoping that the wedding guest dresses come soon also, because I want to try them on and see, because it's from a business I've never ordered from before. So I was kind of just guessing on the sizing and stuff, and they were really fairly priced and they look nice online. So I really hope they look good. It was from a small place in Nashville that I found. So I'm hoping that will work out, but still unknown at the moment. But hopefully seeing me make a packing list encourages other people, if you're a procrastinator too, to do it, or if you're really trying to pack a lot of stuff in a small bag that is lighter. I feel like I have a lot of other just random packing tips. I think I'll film also on my packing trip, like where to put certain stuff in your carry-on versus your check bag for weight, and hacks to kind of get a little extra out of that stuff, because now, so many airlines are so strict with, everything now has to be smaller and not weigh as much and all those things. So it can make travel a little bit harder, and making sure you have everything with you, and pickpocketing and what's in Europe versus what's here. So hopefully that all helps. But other than that, if you guys have any other questions about what I was packing or why, you can leave them below. But if not, I will see you guys in the next one.